If you want to know how I made this pumping container made with 2 soda bottles, or this little one with candies, please watch the video. For this craft, I'm going to use these 2 soda bottles. They have to be the same, one to another. I will use these particular ones because of the shape of the base. I'm going to cut it off. See this line here, around the bottle? This is going to be our reference to cut the bottles. Start cutting about 1 inch away from the reference, from the line, and 1 inch is about 2.5 centimeters, and cut all around the bottle. It's very simple. You hold the bottle with one hand, with the other you make a first cut with an X-Acto knife, and then you cut around with the scissors. It's quite easy. While you cut around with the scissors, you turn the bottle with the other hand, like this. I will make the same with this second bottle, but this time I will make my cut only about 1/4 of an inch away from the reference line, and do it the same way. Be careful, it can be dangerous, you can hurt yourself. Cut with the scissors any pick you may have left. Make the edge as straight as you can. I'm going to try if they fit together, and they close, and yes, they fit perfectly. These 2 bottle bases stuck together because of this curve on the bottle. When you cut one longer than the other, then the longer one gets a closer curve and it fits into the smaller one, which has a this is more close, and the other one is more open because we cut it where it was more open, the I don't know how to say, the overture of the bottle. That's why I need this kind of bottles. I have tried with other soda bottles and they work, but they have to have a curve on the base. I'm also going to try with these 1/2 liter bottles. I never tried with these ones before, and I don't know if it will work because of this drawing here. I'll try. So I cut it the same way. I cut one side longer and the other one smaller, and I see they don't fit as nicely as the bigger ones, as you can see, but they fit. Not too good, not as good as the big ones, the 2-liter ones, but these ones, it's okay. I'm going to file all the edges of these bottles because they are a little bit sharp, and I prefer that they are not as sharp. So I file all of them. I have all of them ready now, filed, so I will start with my tissue paper. I have chosen this neon orange, for the pumpkin because I like the color, but you can choose any color you like. Just buy the tissue paper of the color you want. And you have to break in pieces, like small pieces, not too big. The smaller they are, the easier they are to glue to the bottles. Now I have all these little pieces ready. I will use some glue. This is what we call white glue, the kind of glue used for wood, the carpenters use. I think you call it PVA glue, school glue. And I will get a little bit of water in my brush. I don't need much. The small quantity I use just to get it wet and make it easier to get the glue. And I just paint the bottle, the outside of the bottle, with glue. Cover a small portion and then start placing the tissue paper pieces like this, applying a little bit of glue again on top. This part here is the part that will go inside the other part of the bottle. And I thought I may not cover it because it will break when you slide the two pieces of bottle together. But at the end I decided it was strong enough to resist the friction, so I decided to cover it. I think it looks much better like this. Once you have finished, apply just a little bit more glue over the edge of the bottle that will go inside the other piece of bottle to secure the tissue paper. And if you see any rough edge, just cut it away, cut it off. For the little ones, I will use this tissue paper, which is plain orange, not neon orange like the other one, which was like this. So I will cover them, but the inside of the bottle, so you will be able to see the orange from the outside because it's transparent. So once more I will apply glue in the inside of the bottle now, then apply a piece of tissue. It's a bit more difficult to make this one, and then cover again once more with more glue. They are dry now. It took it a lot to dry. I left it dry overnight and now it's dry, and what I see is that this way, if you get anything cut in between the bottle and the tissue paper, you cannot clean it up like this spot here, and also that you get bubbles. You can see some bubbles here. If you don't apply the paper very close to the bottle, then it will look like bubbly. It doesn't look bad. I wish I had realized before that I should have stuck the face of the pumpkin beforehand, before applying the orange paper, because then I would have got the face from the inside of the pumpkin, but I didn't realize it. Another thing I want to tell you is that this container, because it has the tissue paper inside, cannot be filled with sweets that have not wrapping. For this container, it's much better if you put inside sweets that are wrapped. But this one, because the inside is the plastic of the soda bottle, it can contain sweets that are not wrapped. See how both sides of the big one fit. I love that sound. They fit perfectly. Using this black tissue paper, I will cut the shape of the mouth for the pumpkin. And later on I will correct if I need, because this is a bit big. And now I will cut 2 triangles for the eyes and a smaller triangle for the nose. Now I align this groove here with another groove on the other part, and I start applying the different pieces of the face. In the small pumpkin, because I forgot to glue the paper before gluing the orange, I will go and use one of these permanent pens. It will be the easiest way to make it. See, this doesn't match very well the two sides, but I will decorate it anyway. some green craft foam, I will prepare the stem of the pumpkin. With this punch, I will punch the bottom of the stalk or the stem, and you can also use star shape, for example, or cut it yourself. And now I will cut a long strip of green to make the rest of the stem. Now I simply apply some instant glue on the craft foam and I start rolling. The stem, this part, I won't make it as thick as I want the stem to be. I will do it slightly thinner. And I cut. Now with the leftover, I will apply more glue and I will place the little piece, the little roll on top, hiding the part that joins. And now I join the other piece. This way the union of both ends of the craft foam looks a bit more cleaner than the other one of the roll. And I will cut off this little piece of glue here. Now I place a little drop of glue on the bottom of the stalk and then I place it and glue the roll to the rest of the stalk. And this is how it looks for the big one. For the small one, for the small pumpkin, I have got this other smaller one made with a smaller punch. This one goes here and this one goes there. Now I apply some instant glue and glue them to the pumpkin, to the rest of the pumpkin. Remember to place this joint in the stem facing the back of the pumpkin. And I will glue this one as well. And this is how our soda bottle recycled pumpkins candy containers look. How are you? I'm fine. Are you ready to get filled with sweets? Yes, I am. Hey, no, wait, I want sweets. I want marshmallows. This is another one I made using a different tone of tissue paper. And now I'll fill it. And now that this container has inside the same flavor it originally had, I will close it. See, you can even fit these ones inside, it's big enough for them. And it's ready for trick or treat. In the small one I will keep some candy that is already wrapped, because this way they don't get, the sweets don't get in touch with the tissue that is inside. And see how they hold, even though they're filled with sweets, they stay closed. And this one as well. So, do you fancy this candy container? It looks like a pumpkin, but it was made with 2 soda drink bottles. Please press like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, because then you will receive a new idea from Fancy Looks. Bye! See you in a new video.